try that, and hopefully I have sound going for you guys, and it's not too loud. I can't really tell because the computer's output is different from my output. It's just a whole thing. Welcome to Side Quest, and I almost forgot one thing. It's been a hectic. If you've been paying attention to the beginning of this, I started live streaming like 6 different times. By 6 different times, it's 2 times each, then times 3, and then 2 of the same were the same canvas for some stupid reason. And I had to try changing it back to vertical. All in the name of trying to multi-stream on Twitch today. Yeah. And it seems like it's working. Yeah. I tried doing it earlier where I had YouTube be my default. Didn't want to default. So, yeah. Welcome to Side Quest. Pardon me. Welcome to Side Quest. Let's get that over here as well. So, this is Side Quest 9. This is my podcast, more or less. And this week, we have Batman Year Zero, Part 6. It's the final of the book that I have of the Legend of Batman collection. It's the first book you get in that collection, I believe. So, if you are interested, I guess that is a shout out to them. If you go through the last couple side quests, granted, I don't have them in order because I remember skipping them. Batman for the Mario reviews because those reviews took a while. So yeah, I mean I did it. So if you're interested in starting that off, that's how it starts off. But that's just the first story. There's multiple stories. I just got another package of 3 stories. War of Jokes and Riddles, surprisingly, comes at near the end of the collection. I thought that was sooner, but turns out that's much later in the collection. But that's fine by me. That also being said, besides Batman Year Zero, finishing up that book today, as I said, then we have NPC News. I'm changing up the format today, so NPC News will be first or second after Batman Year Zero. Yes. And what am I doing for the middle, you might be asking, because normally I have something centered, like last week it was first impressions of Maul Shadow Lord. Unfortunately, I don't really have anything planned specifically like that, like a first impression review or anything like that. Instead, I'm going to be going over a game. It's going to once we get past NPC News, I'm going to kind of be like, this is more or less the end of the normal podcast. Because I'm going to be then going through Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and going through some new characters and seeing what their stats are. And I mean, like, stats by, like, in-game. I'm not going into the next batch of characters. I'm talking about the batch of characters that are coming out, this time. Or in, like, the next week for Cassian Andor. But that's a whole thing down the road, or later. So, I am streaming on Twitch. I'm streaming on YouTube vertically and horizontally, and I'm streaming on Kick. So, there are my areas. It's all Jay Ellensworth. If you're on Kick or Twitch, it's J_Ellensworth. If you're on YouTube, it's J.Ellensworth. So I would, any likes, comments, appreciated. Let me know what you think of the format. We're going to start today with the finale. I know, we're starting with the finale. It should be like, this is the Big Bang, but unfortunately, I want to get through this and know what my time is at the end. And then here's the funny thing. I'm starting a little bit early. Earlier than I wanted. But here's the other thing. If you were paying attention to the story from last week, you might be very interested in what happens in this final issue. Because if you recall, we revealed Dr. Death with all in his bony glory. There he is again. Dr. Death has arrived after Bruce went to go meet Lucius Fox, who was one of the creators of the serum that they found at this site. So we're done with the Red Hood gang. They're on their own cloud nine, or they're all off doing their own thing. Red One basically being Jokerized. So there, that was already done. So this was the start of I'm assuming a new kind of little arc with this villain. Somehow it's gonna be the year zero. So, or this is the year zero. But if you recall, Lucius stabbed Bruce with a syringe, and Bruce is basically knocked out over, and that's where we left it. Oh yeah, and then something from Tokyo Moon with these soldiers. Sorry, I was looking down there. Tokyo Moon with these soldiers. They found something in the desert and nothing. Like, it just boom, like they're all dead and on fire and whatnot. So I got my notes, I got this, so I'm gonna kind of go over it by looking at this and then go over my notes if I miss anything. Shouldn't be much. I'm gonna try keeping this flowing and try looking up. Granted, podcast, you don't need to look, you just can listen. So I like the cover. Yeah, can't really tell, but that's Batman on a skilly hand. So but it's a flashback. Oops, sorry. We got a flashback in the style of like movie-esque film, where it shows a young Bruce eating popcorn, sitting in a seat, watching a movie, which appears to be The Mask of Zorro. You have a man with a sword, a mask, very flat hat, very iconic. But then a man comes walking up, and he says, "Bruce Wayne, you're under arrest." And if you can guess from previous comics, or not previous comics, but yeah, previous issues, it's the same likeness of Jim Gordon, because he's got the mustache, except he's in blue. He's a rookie cop, or a beat cop at that point, because he's got the whole blue uniform going for him. And then I don't know what this is or what it relates to, but there's this guy over here that just says, "It's time to know the truth." He's got facial tattoos, and there's dogs on the other side ripping, tearing open something else. What it is, it's not specified in the comic. But then we get back to where we left Lucius and Bruce and Dr. Death. I turn that down a bit. Hopefully that's fine. Bruce asks why, and then he hears an eck. He looks over to see Lucius being picked up by Dr. Death, or Carl. He calls him Carl. He says, "There's a name I haven't heard quite in a while. You remember the start of it, old friend?" It was basically. Oh, and I got the notes for this. Dr. Death wants revenge because he was told he was reckless and everything died. Dr. Death, yeah, and everything died. Yeah, he's basically like, he was told you're killing things. Stop. Like you are doing this technically legally, but you're just killing things. The others, they just nodded. Their little nods. It was a Tuesday afternoon, I think, not long before Christmas, I remember, because the bay, it was frozen, brilliant white. Everything he injects dies lately. Doctors, death, and little else. So he basically taunts right into Lucius. But then, it's difficult to find only 3 Okay, so he talks about bones and about the smallest bone in the body, which is in the ear. Uh, Most people think, I'll quote here, most people think the smallest bone in the body is in the fingers or the toes, but the smallest, tiniest bone is in the ear, the stirrup bone. It's difficult to find, teensy millimeters long, but if you poke around, you can find it. And then he ends up taking the syringe, or a syringe, and stabbing Lucius in the ear with it. Ouch. But as soon as he does that, Bruce takes a pipe and whacks Dr. Death, seemingly breaking his arm, but allowing the arm to morph and back in a disturbing way. With an angry roar, Dr. Death backhands him into the jet engine, the if you recall Lucius's vegan jet engine. As Lucius is telling Bruce to get out, or yelling, "Bruce, get out of here!" Dr. Death realizes Bruce Wayne. He gets a very evil, maniacal grin. As Lucius says it's time to leave him alone. So Dr. Death ends up wrapping a chain around Lucius's neck then. Lucius, struggling here, ends up, being hung, quite literally, as we can sort of see Bruce chilling on top of the, like you can see in the panel, that Bruce is chilling on top of the engine now. As Dr. Death is holding Lucius up and walking around looking for him, he's like, "I have a story to tell you. Story you'll want to hear." But as Bruce loosens up his belt, throws it to distract Dr. Death to go down the area where the jet pipe, or the jet is facing, because obviously you can't just test out a jet engine in the middle of a room, because obviously it's going to be blowing air all the way down wherever. It's sucking in and blowing down air, or at least that's how I thought jets work. But either way, he lures him in there. Here's the thing. Dr. Death says, "You see, this story, it's about you. It's something terrible. It happened a long time ago. It's full of things you want to know. Whispers, lies, and truth. Truth about a spoiled little rich boy and a blood on his hands." But I don't know what that's necessarily referencing, but I guess Dr. Death has some relation with young Bruce. Or maybe somehow to deal with his own parents' killer. I don't know. It's very vague when it comes down to it. But Bruce then jumps down and says, "Hey, Sawbones, what do they say? Sticks and stones may break my bones? Or is it jet engines? I can never remember." And he flips on the switch. Sucking in, or blowing Dr. Death down, basically. And it's a powerful jet. I mean, if you have ever seen Jackass, the jet engine skit is hilarious. But, damn, you don't want to do that. I would not want to do that. But in doing that, Bruce saves Lucius. I'm alright. We need to get out of here. It got hot. Everything's all starting to burn up now. Lucius then tells Bruce about the injection. Whereas Lucius realized that once the previous partners of these people were dying in the same manner that the experimentations were going, essentially. That's just a brief summary of it. Sorry, that was bothering me. Excuse me. That was bothering me. Anyhow, the basically he saw the intentions of the previous deaths and the what happens to then realize I need to make a cure. So he made a very what was it? I had it here somewhere. It made a crude antidote for the bone serum. So Dr. Death had. Oh, it's because Dr. Death tried injecting them right away. That's right. That's how he knew. But that's I'm getting past that point. That's how Dr. Death knew. Now Bruce knows why he made the antidote previously. It was like, I kind of don't want to die, especially in a horrible manner. Anyway, so they have to try exiting. They run down a corridor, but Lucius has got to unlock the padlock to get out. And you get a creepy skeleton creature. Literally creepy skeleton. Like, take Golem, but add more bones and the size of make him 7 feet, 6 feet. That would be pretty creepy, I would say. But Dr. Death ends up kind of getting to them. So as they do that, Bruce gets snatched with one hand, and as and I got a whole thing on this, a whole thing on notes on this one because this is intense. It's like having sex while camping. Intense. Let's see. Blah 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 blah. Bruce with it when he heard. Okay. So Bruce saving Lucius. Lucius explains he made a crude antidote after hearing the murders and injected Bruce with it when he saw the silent alarm. So I forgot about that part. Sorry about that. So we're going back detail. Then they hear Dr. Death is not dead, rushing to get out. Lucius had to unlock a padlock. As it gets unlocked, Bruce grabbed by the head. As now Dr. Death breaks Bruce's skull. He's like saying, hey, you are 25 years old, if I recall. I'm kind of doing this quickly because I guess I didn't write this part down. You must be what, 25? You know what's the age your bones finish? You know that's the age your bones finish ossifying. All those soft child bones now fused and strong. Funny though, where to look, you can still find the soft spots in the seams of the skull. Dr. Death knows his bones. And obviously growing up, you have more bones as a child than you do as an adult. Because your bones fuse together. For example, I don't believe you have knees starting at all. You have like yeah, I'm not going to get more into that. Baby teeth, they leave. So there's that. There, checkmate. Baby teeth for the win. But you definitely, basically, as soon as Dr. Death, he just says popped open. And you hear I just in the nick of time. I forgot because at this point it's not a different thing. Just in the nick of time, you hear a blam. He gets shot in the left shoulder, Dr. Death. And it turns out it's actually Gordon saying, "Step away from the billionaire." And put the claws in the air. 3, 2, he tosses Bruce down and then jumps through the wall or window or door that they were trying to get through and leaves. So with that, then you have, oh my God, is he dead? You don't know, but it very seems like if it was anybody else at any other time, dead instantly, because it's just that very split second moment. So then Bruce, apparently in a vision in his mind that looks like a prison in a hole. It's odd to say it, none the least. It's actually, now I recognize the guy with the facial tattoos that I mentioned earlier, saying with the dog saying it's time for the truth. You see an old, decrepit, what appears to be Bruce, with beard and all, long hair, hanging or being unlocked out of this circle ball with air holes that's being dangled over a chasm, with walkways for guards, I guess, to look over. And this man says to Bruce, "Your father is on the phone," as he hands him a cell phone. That said, and he said, "Go on. The soft death awaits. Speak with him one last time." And it says, "Bruce, Bruce, talk to me. Bruce, are you there?" And as Bruce, it looks like he's about to cry. So there's not really much more context to that besides what does it mean. It could be a flashback to when Bruce was on his travels. I think that could be. Or it's just a vision he had during this time. But all during this time, do I have another 2 pages of this? Yes, I do. Okay. So now exiting the vision, we hear Bruce. I'm assuming that was the last one. It might be a flashback. It might be a vision. But we see Alfred greeting Bruce, as Bruce's first question is to see how Lucius is, which is what I would expect from Bruce Wayne. I mean, Batman. I mean, you know what I mean. At this point, Batman and Bruce Wayne are still technically more the same, more similar than different. So you gotta also take that into consideration. So, Bruce has been out for a couple days, or for a better part of a day. And Bruce is like, "I have to go. We need to finish the jammer because now the storm is about to hit." They're about to finish the power. But the problem is that Bruce needs rest, but despite all that, because he's got a linear, I'm going to say that, cranial fracture. So that is kind of serious. So I wouldn't want to get hit on the head any more times for any reason. But that would be basically, you're practically almost out of the game, in my opinion. Like, how can you do more? Your skull is broken, essentially. Like, as Alfred puts it, had that monster held your head for even, let me start that over. Had that monster held your head even half a second longer, your skull would likely have been crushed to pieces, bone piercing your brain. Basically, you'd be dead. Deader than a doorknob, deader than a nail, deader than... I can't use that joke. So then Bruce is like, "Yep, did you bring me a change of clothes? My formal wear, I don't have time for this." Turns out he's actually just, he is handcuffed as he tries to get up. He is handcuffed to the bed, as Gordon, now in his trench coat now, not as a beat cop. So this is today, obviously, saying, "We gotta talk." And he's like, Bruce is like, "You think if you're waiting for me to say thank you for saving my life, yeah, not gonna happen. You might as well, you're better off getting Batman than you are getting me to say thanks. Uh, Even though Gordon agrees with him, like, yeah, the commissioner uh, and Loeb and company, Commissioner Loeb and company are all just fools chasing after Batman. Be like, yeah, I don't think he's the one doing this. Considering I have this other case, this is going on. It's not connected. It's not connected Batman to the murders there. So I was like, this is kind of more serious than a guy actually trying to do cop business, like, you know, murder in a horrific fashion. But Gordon's like, I am not the Force. I'm not Loeb. I'm me, Jim Gordon. You might not like me, but we're on the same team. We both gotta stop him from killing your people, and I'm telling you, we gotta share information. That's all he wants. You know what? You're right. I don't like you, is what Bruce responds with. You know what I'd really like to know? Thoughts, huh, Gordon? Where'd you get the trench coat? As Gordon is literally like, what about my trench coat? I have all this, you're pissed over a trench coat? Yes. We go back to flashback style, where Bruce and is being escorted from the movies because he was being truant, and he went to the movies. So he was being truant, so he gets sent into the back of a squad car, and as Bruce is going in, you and who was it again? Oh, right. What was his name? Oh, right. Detective Dan Corrigan. Don't know if that's an important name for later, but that was Gordon's partner, Dan Corrigan. You two drove me back to the station to wait for my parents. Along the way, you kept making these stops. So, by the fifth or sixth one, they pass by a tailor. And the cop goes in, and Gordon and Bruce are just sitting in the cop car, and he's like, why are we stopping everywhere? Is what Bruce says. Obviously, Gordon probably knows why they're stopping there. Anyways, Gordon's explanation on why they're doing it is just because they're saying, we're checking in, every car has a neighborhood to protect, and this is ours. We like to stop and make everyone safe. And then Bruce is like in awe about that. It's like, oh man, like, that's nice. I remember the urge I had something to give you something for a gift or a thank you. How nice that was to hear, feeling your appreciation for what you did for yourself. Then, lo and behold, your partner Corrigan got back in the car and he had a gift for you. It was almost as if I had conjured it up with my own mind, a beautiful trench coat. He ended up throwing it on Gordon's lap. Like I said, Bruce felt it was good. He felt like, yeah, no, that was exactly what cops should do and receive when it comes down to praise. Nope. Sure. So, where was I? Alright. So, cut back to today. Knowing what Bruce knows nowadays, he realized the coat was just a F-word payoff. Like all the gifts. You weren't watching on the people of the neighborhood. You were watching them suffer and die. Mr. Wayne, I warn you, we all have dark things. Dark things that Bruce then kicks the handcuff off, or he kicks the bed seat. Gordon says, damn it, Wayne. Bruce then overtakes Gordon, and he's like, I remember it all like it was yesterday, Gordon. What really sticks in my mind after what really sticks in my mind is what happened later that night. In that alley behind the theater, what I remember most vividly from that night is this view. As Bruce takes Gordon's gun and points it point blank at Gordon. Finger on the trigger and all, too. So it's not exactly great trigger discipline, but I mean, hey, he didn't shoot it. Not safe. Not safe. But he did take down Bruce. He then gives Gordon back his gun. You want to arrest me? Arrest me. But I'll never trust you. You're crooked. Your men are crooked. And you can rot in that court of yours. Now, give me my damn formal wear, Alfred. But then Gordon, as Bruce walks off, Gordon then receives a note with a question mark on. This just came in from the station, addressed to the commissioner. I thought you should know this is a copy. And Gordon says, oh no. Well then, Batman then, after, Bruce left, Batman then, let's go. There, he's on on the Storm Reen. The bay will practically be impassable. And Batman is crossing the bay on a jet. Okay, so the storm is now going. If you recall the storm that the electricians were trying to fix power before the storm got to Gotham. So Batman is crossing the bay on a jet ski to the Newton Center, hopefully to find the last two scientists before they get killed. So Batman's still on being like, hopefully they can, yeah. Hold on. Okay, so I do have an explanation for why Batman, or partially. There's two things I need to get information on here. Why Bruce is going to find the other two scientists. The other thing is that the place that these scientists are working is the Newton Center, and it's a place is a strategic meteorological It's a meteorological center, weaponizing weather, essentially. You can weaponize weather there. That's possibly a thing that might come into play, especially with the storm. So, Batman then finds the doctor, or finds the doctors. On. Because he reaches out and he says, Dr. Deeds. Because he's one of the doctors. And it turns out he was got. He says, help us. He looks almost as if like Dr. Death as well. He's like, help us, as he's trying to cry. But it seems like they just died. Sir, please, I'm too late. They've already been injected. They're past help. And then the lights blare on. End the sentence. Sorry. Speaking of which, hello there, Mr. Bat. How about you hold real steel? And then so that's I think Commissioner Loeb or Captain whatever. Either way, it's the cops hunting Batman. And as the other cops are saying, geez, what'd you do to them? Because now they think Batman did it. Batman now, stay clear everyone. He has a weapon. He has a weapon. Prepare to fire. Batman says, wait. Not a chance, freak. He's drawing. Open fire. As shotgun pellets blast through Batman's cape. Bullets are flying directly at Batman, hitting his armor, going through his leg, and blood is spilling. And that is the end of Batman Year Zero, Book 1 from the Legend of Batman. That was my 6th version of that. Oh man, that took a bit. Thank you. That took a bit. That was a long explanation of that story. Excuse me. So if you like that, give that a like and comment down below and tell me what you think about that story. If you were lost, what do you need clarified? I can maybe help you. I read through it. I know the story. It's a good story. It's an interesting story. I can't say it's top level. I can't say it's top level, you know? You know what I mean? It's just one other thing I just need to double check. Alright. Forgot to upload the thumbnails for Side Quest 9. So do that real quick. Alright. Nope. Wrong way. User 6 continued. Nope, I'm going the wrong way again. My notepad's getting bit filled. At the same time, I'm also updating the thumbnail. So, and for you Kick and Twitch watchers out there, that's just what I do. I can read your chats. If you do have anything to say, I do have that available. Now, moving on. I mean, moving on. So, we're moving on to NPC news. This is my favorite segment. I like it a lot. Sorry. NPC news. I love my NPC news because I'm the NPC and I bring the news. So, if you were ever welcome, if you ever have not been around for NPC news, I go through entertainment news. I try to keep politics out of it. Granted, today there is a politic in my news because it's part of celebrity news. And why is politics and celebrity status? I don't like it. It just so happened to be a big story. We have but if you want to know the order of which I go through this is entertainment news. We start with celeb, movie, show, music. Let's see. I think random, other, and then we end it on Star Wars news. Why? Because I'm a Star Wars nerd and I'm the NPC. You have to deal with it. You have to go through the dialogue. Whether or not you like the dialogue, yeah, you can't play me. Because I'm me. I'm the NPC. I'm the me. So, going off with the start of NPC news, we have celebrity news. We have King Charles III in Washington, April 28th. That was yesterday. To deliver a rare address to a joint meeting in Congress and attend the White House state dinner. Did I watch it? No. Did I care for it? No. It's a foreign king. Oh, I did see one little joke that made me laugh. It was the funny thing. The No Kings protesters decided to clap for the king. Made me laugh. The Boys star Jack Quaid married his co-star Claudia Doumit. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. In an Australian ceremony, April 21st. So that was the last. That was news from this last week. We have, and if you don't know Jack Quaid, he is not. I haven't watched anything past like the second or third episode, but he's the guy that got his girlfriend run over. So, yeah, he got married. You have Ellen Pompeo, title character in Grey's Anatomy. She was honored with a Hollywood Walk of Fame star on April 27th. So, congratulations to you. You're one of the many people who will eventually get that area. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of stars on there that don't even get taken care of. I don't know if that's a good thing for you. You're immortalized for that for a little bit. See how long it lasts. See, like, I mean, it depends on how long the internet lasts, I guess, because they're gonna see this and be like, "Who are these famous people? Warlords?" Who knows when internet just stops? Who knows? Something could happen. Ancient civilization, this could be in 2,000 years. What happened? What do we know? Blah blah blah. What are we thinking? So, blah blah blah. You're an actor, but that's just the news. So, if you want more information on that, talk to her. She was nope, that was a continuation. So we have the Dances with Wolves actor Nathan Chasing Horse was sentenced to life in prison for sexual assault. If you were currently wondering why that is a lot for what apparently you see everywhere on YouTube as people get away with it all the time, or even I can't. Can I say that I've seen it happen on Twitch, and then people with sexual assault go back on Twitch. I've seen that. Even so, he was a spiritual leader, so there's that problem with period or area of power. Granted, Twitch can also do that too. Same thing. Not the point. Either way, I don't expect him getting out anytime soon. There's a lot. So, now that was the last celebrity news, and that would be the last time I'm probably going to mention that. Movie news next. We have I wrote it down. I was looking at bio and I can't write E, so I thought I wrote bio or C, or I can't write E, so I thought my C was an E. So I thought I wrote biopie. I'm like, what the fuck? Excuse the language. I'm so sorry. But in movie news, Michael biopic opened April 24th. With $97.2 million in revenue. Finally overtaking Mario, which is fair. Mario was doing good. Michael has a budget of $200 million. So it's on a good track if it can keep up the pace. I think Mario has reached over 300 million now, so that's already, I think, doing good, considering that they have a cheaper production cycle than Disney, if I recall hearing about. Don't quote me on it. It's I recall. And it's not saying it's definite. Then we have the thriller Apex, starring Charlize Theron. It was really a weird name. I don't know if it was AI corrected or something. And Taron Egerton debut on April 24th. I don't know Apex. I'm sorry, I don't know the people. I did not even look up to see what the how to pronounce the names are. Yeah, if you think it's rude, then it's rude. Oh well, but there's a Clayface horror teaser debut. I also have a written note on here saying maybe watch it later. I don't know. Depends. I'm starting to get hungry, and I might steal some of my kids' Dino chicken nuggies for myself, since my boy is currently at the babysitter. That's why I can do this. There's no one home to interfere, and no, and I don't have to be super responsible at the moment. I still have to be responsible. There's still animals in here that like to do stupid things, but you know, that was the last thing. So if you really want me to check out the Clayface horror teaser trailer, I guess if there is a trailer, I'm kind of interested. I am interested in the Clayface. I actually really do like the whole DC thing. I mean, hey, I'm reading Batman, so I mean, I think the story of Clayface from the animated series was, if you think about it, it was pretty terrifying. If you could adapt that story into real life, I don't think it, like, you could definitely adapt it in a horror way. I think it can be done. I think it should be. I'm curious if it is going to include Batman elements or if it's going to be like the Joker kind of movie, kind of like be like, no, Batman's not a part of it. And even if so, it's gonna be a very minute kind of thing. Like, again, Bruce as a child with Joker, but again, that was a whole different universe, really. I loved the first one. Didn't bother watching the second one at all. Like, there is no chance in hell I want like, I enjoy, like, if you add music in the movies, but I don't know. I heard a lot of bad things. Like, I didn't think. I heard it was supposed to be a musical. That was the big kickoff. Like, first impression. No. But yeah. So, moving on to show news. We have Paramount Plus now has docuseries called My Killer Father. That started on April 28th. So if you are interested in that for your time wasters, there is that. Otherwise, there is also Stranger Things, Tales of 85. That debuted on April 23rd on Netflix. It's expanding the show's universe. Kids get older, you can't exactly use them forever in that state or age or way. Maybe you can get away with the voices, but that's really all you can get away with. Have I watched Stranger Things? No. Do I intend to watch Stranger Things? No. Does it look interesting? Maybe. I don't know. I like my comedy. I like comedy mixed in with. I like my comedy with my comedy. My serious with my serious. But then I can't say that because I also like my dark humor. But it's really let's see. Oh, and then we got this. I saw this one note I have because funny enough, this NPC finally did some looking into it because I'm like, Abbott Elementary. I thought I recognized it. And then I looked it up, and I'm like, oh. And then I wrote down the note. So Abbott Elementary aired its major season finale. It's a mockumentary-style sitcom for city folk. It really is. It's really Karen rot. It really is. It's exactly what you expect for, like, oh, they're doing what The Office did, except it's now taking place in a school. It's very PG. Sort of, I guess. I mean, I guess I remember seeing one clip where it was like, a kid got sent to the principal's office or something for saying, calling a kid a bad word or something like that. And she thought it was the N-word or something like that. And it turns out it was nerd. Like, that's definitely Karen rot, in my opinion. Low-brow humor. It's like, it's dead. That's a dead joke. That's a racy dad joke at that point. And that's as bad as it gets. It's not good. It's not a terrible joke, but yeah. Moving on to music news, because that's all I have for show news for the last week. We have Drake's long-awaited release date for Iceman was revealed on May 15th, 2026. After a streamer found it, or it is May 15th. I guess a streamer found it inside a massive ice sculpture in Toronto, Canada. So I did look at it. It's a big sculpture. I heard on another channel, don't take my word, or don't take their word either, because I don't know if it's true. But streamers were trying to break this little this pyramid of ice with what it is, and it's supposed to be like, oh, once the ice melt, I think it's supposed to be like, and I agree, where I think once the ice melts, oh, they're that, but there are people trying to break the ice. It's music. You guys do you. If that's what you want, you know now. Congratulations. I just told you in like 5 seconds. If you didn't know, or if you didn't care, because I don't. But I put it in the news because it is news. It's the NPC news. Moving on. We're going to continue with music. We have Dave Mason, co-founder of the band Traffic, passed away at age 79 on April 22nd. I do recommend a listen. I will also say this, for if you do want to recommend, since I am recommending listening to him, if you're really into music, I think you should listen to him. If you're really into acid, I think you should listen to him as well. And let me know the results down below, if you have before. I am not encouraging you to do that now, but I'm saying, let me know the experience, because boy, does it sound wild, or seem wild. Then we have a Scottish electric music duo announced new album, Inferno. I didn't even write down their names. Scottish electric. Oh man, I feel bad. Do I feel bad? Scottish. The Boards of Canada, maybe? Inferno. Boards of Canada. There we go. Did I have that? No, I did not write the name, because the Boards of Canada is a... Okay, first of all, you have Canada in the name, you're Scottish. I don't know what to say about that. You're Scottish, Canadian, and then the name just sounds like the Boards of Canada. It does not sound... I'll be honest, does not sound like a good title, because I didn't even remember it. I'm sorry. That's the initial reaction. So, we like, and unfortunately, I did write down this band's name. Post-hardcore band Hail the Sun began North American tour Tuesday, April 28th in Milwaukee. I could have seen them. I didn't see them. Hail the Sun. I'm sorry. Boards of Canada. Sorry. Sorry, Boards of Canada. But Hail the Sun sounds like Walk the Sun. And I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. I need a better name. I think. Like, maybe you're on the Boards of Canada, like the Billboards of Canada. I mean, that's good. I think it's better than the EU billboards, because you're closer to America, and that's the goal. Especially if you're if you ever listen to music. Okay, this is really for, I don't think Americans get this, is if you go to Europe, they love American music. but they also have their own music. The only thing is we don't hear their music. Granted, unless they come from there. Usually, I'm not going to get into that. That will get me in trouble. Either way, when it comes down to billboards in Europe, they want usually the best people that make music in, I think, Europe cannot also make it in America. But only a few of those top ones in Europe can do it. So I don't know. Maybe they're trying to do something like, all right, we can get it in through Canada. Wait, I've heard that spiel before, except not in a Canadian accent. And before you say, I am Midwestern, but no, I'm not talking like, or I can't even. Tacos. I need some tacos. Tacos and hold on, I gotta get into that Midwestern accent. Oh, I need some tacos on them warm tortillas. There we go. That's the Midwestern accent, and no, I don't talk like this at all. No, I don't talk like it at all. I could do this for the rest of it, I guess I could, but I mean, it's just an accent. I don't talk like that at all. That's just an accent. Some people do. I think it's more Minnesotan, but that granted, not near Minneapolis, I bet. And then other news, we have a post-event record store day got people to enjoy exclusive releases from the Foo Fighters and Ringo Starr. I guess that could be considered more music news. But then we have NASCAR commissioner resigned after leaked text scandal. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I didn't look into it. Yeah, if you got, I don't know what's going on with that. For all I know, he was sending dick pics. NFL, the official 2026 NFL schedule will be coming mid-May, they announced during the draft. I mean, I guess people were already expecting it in May, but I guess mid-May. So now you have a week period. It's not official. There's no official one. I looked yesterday and I couldn't find anything. I would do WrestleMania news, but yeah, I can't do that because I'm trying to lead up and get it back into it my own, but they release episodes or they release that kind of stuff 4 weeks ahead. I don't have SmackDown because I don't have Peacock. So I'm not going to get everything. Even if I did get everything, SmackDown's on Peacock, and Peacock is, again, like a month behind on things, from what I understand. So I'm just kind of going with Raw, one episode a week now. So technically I have like 2 more weeks until WrestleMania should come to Netflix, I'm thinking, if past rotations suit. Either way, I'm not doing that. I would like to, but I'm not. That's for my own personal, like, oh, you can ruin it. I'm getting back into it. At this, I kind of know a couple things that happened already, so you can't really ruin it. That's why I'm saying comments down below. Then I can see them. Are there any? No. That's fine. We have Star Wars news now. Yeah, gotta end on the Star Wars news. So, we have Andor was officially nominated for the 2026 Hugo Award for Best Dramatic Presentation on April 21st. Congratulations. If I recall, because I had some trouble finding this news, because it told me that Andor Season 2 premiered. No, it's the year it's a year after. It's an anniversary, and I'm assuming because of the timing of the show, it didn't get the proper time frame to be put into this award category or be in these awards at that time. So that's why I think it's getting nominated now. Will it win? I don't know. I haven't watched it. Why is that? Um, Good question. I wanted to watch. I'm still going through all this stuff with my daughter. Uh, we're currently just started the Book of Boba Fett. Where she cried at the end of my daughter cried at the end of season 2 of The Mandalorian. I got tearied myself. I get tearied. I'll admit it. I get tearied. But boy, I was not expecting her to get tearied. Because considering she knows there's a movie. I got the tickets. Yeah. I'm like, I'm just kind of like, whoa, what's going on there? Uh, like I'm not I'm glad she got into it. So I was expecting her to be like more like, oh man, I can't wait for Ahsoka. She didn't really seem like she cared too much for Ahsoka. I don't know. I think she might care more for it after we get into Ahsoka. But that's after Mandalorian season 2 or 3, I believe. For a second there, I thought I saw bugs crawling over my monitor, but it turns out it was actually just the leaves falling down from my screen. It's a background effect. Don't worry about it. Then we have more Star Wars news. Don't worry, there's more. The annual Star Wars Night at Disneyland has started April 28th. What is that? I don't know. I haven't gone. I wish I could. It's so sad. My you could say now, as she would like to say now, domestic partner. We've been together forever. We have kids and blah blah blah. My girlfriend and we want to go. It's just we can't. If you haven't noticed, I like to do this, but hopefully, eventually, this could actually do something for me. But yeah, the chances of that are slim. And if I do want to do that, I probably have to stream more. So, hence why next stream, I'll get to that announcement later. But we have Star Wars Night there. I would love to go. I would love to go to Disneyland or Star Wars anything. From what it sounds, it might be cheaper. I think I saw that it might be cheaper to fly to Paris and go to Disney Paris for Disney. I'm like, well, that's stupid. But then I think about it. I'm like, it might not be, because there's a lot of stupid people in America that just spend crap down in those places. So there is that. Star Wars Celebration LA 2027 will go on sale next week, May 6th. I am saying that now preemptively. Why? Because it's Star Wars Celebration. If you want to go, get your you gotta know the tickets now, because I'm sure they'll sell fast. Whether or not they do sell fast, I don't think so. I don't know. I know I can't do it. It's in LA. That's the closest it's been in like the last year. I don't know where the next Star Wars Celebration is. I know the last one was in Japan. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I watched a bit of it. I saw stuff. And then there was another one. It's never near me. There's maybe if, oh wait, no. There was one in Chicago. And guess what? It's expensive as fuck, boy. And then by the time I knew about it, and that it was in Chicago, the only way to get that would be from a scalper, probably. And by probably, I mean more than likely. Now, we've been going for about what my show's length is normally supposed to be. So, I do appreciate. I'm kind of messing around with stuff on my monitor. I do appreciate everything. This is where I'm going to say the podcast is going to end here. Okay? I'm going to say that now. Podcast come end. Okay? Now we're going to be going into like talking. Like talking about a game, but not actually really doing much with it. If I can get it up. What? Alright, well, I guess I'm not doing that anymore. Okay, well, turns out when you uninstall the EA app, you can't play your game. So, I could technically do the EA app, but then that's a whole load of everything. That is a whole load of everything. So I did have this set up to where I could, you know, do the vertical mode on YouTube. And like I got multiple things. I have vertical mode. I just noticed my right screen is more blurry than my left screen. Okay, I'm just messing around. So I have this set up so where I will be able to game on here vertically, horizontally, and on different platforms. That being said, I don't have. I need to download that stuff and kind of get it reset up again. So I'm gonna just end the stream. I'm gonna eat something. I did say I was hungry. I only had one sip of this the entire time, and that was just to help my throat. So, or maybe I did it twice. Well, that was at least 2 times there. Either way, I appreciate you if you came and wanted to see the podcast. This has been SideQuest. You can find me on J.Ellensworth on YouTube. I am in vertical and I am in horizontal. There are 2 different streams for that, by the way. You don't have to listen to, or you don't have to watch. You can listen because it is a podcast. I try to be descriptive with what I'm telling you guys, enough to the point where you don't need to ask questions. Apparently I'm doing a good job because nobody's written anything. That being said, if you do have anything to write down, let me know. Leave a like or dislike in the comments or anything like that. Please be respectful. I do appreciate it. If you're on Kick, my name is, hold on, J_Ellensworth. The same thing goes for YouTube. Or not YouTube, Twitch. So I believe that was going as well. So thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. And I think I think I did this right, but thank you for joining me. Take her easy.